This is Dr. J11 streaming live from Long Island, New York, where it was a delightfully nice day today, both weather-wise and on the street being Wall Street, of course. My vlog is entitled Buy the Dip, said he, and so it was. Market wrap by Dr. J at 11. And I don't know why it's on my screen, but I see it there, so I read it. In any event, what did I want to say? I wanted to say Dr. J has been saying buy the dip for a while. Nobody listens to me. How come? Well, when the president of the United States says buy the dip, it's like the supreme commander giving an order, and you have to follow, I guess. So buy the dip. I think it was overdue for a bounce, and I even remarked in the comment section to I don't remember to who, but if you look through my all my replies for the last couple of days, I think it was Monday's video, I replied that I wouldn't be shocked if on Wednesday we were up 600 points. Not that I necessarily expected it. Well, to be honest with you, I am shocked that we were up 1,100 points. That's pretty shocking. You realize that's like a huge move from where we were. It's like 10%. No, 5%. 5% on the Dow. I mean, it makes the Dow behave almost like a penny stock. Come on, 5% on the Dow. So in both in percentage terms and in absolute numbers, 1,100 points is staggering, simply staggering. I'm gleeful. I mean, I didn't have a chance to make any trades today, but I made money without making trades. That's even better. I had distractions, holidays, family, all good things. And the market was just an added bonus. So, of course, as always, do your own due diligence. Never take advice from others. Don't discuss your buys and sells with others. You want to discuss it as a comment, you can do that, but don't look to others for verification of how you feel about the market. As many of you are very strong-minded and strong-willed, I respect that. So when you tell me you have a strong reason to being short, I respect that. I don't try to talk you out of it because I shouldn't. I mean, everyone should make up their own mind. It's usually better than listening to someone else, even if that someone else happens to be Dr. J. So don't necessarily listen to me, certainly not on everything. I don't get everything. All my ideas are not good. Some of them are very good, some of them are not so good. Have to do your own due diligence. And my ideas do not constitute investment advice, of course. So if you want to follow me, seek the advice of a professional, an investment advisor. I say that every single time I go on the air because I think it's important. Not only for me, but for you. For you, it's important. Get knowledgeable, make up your own mind, study, figure out what's good for you to do with your money. Nobody else is responsible for your money other than you. So learn that lesson early. Okay, let's take a look at the video charts. I'm only going to look at 3 charts tonight, and that's Dow Jones Industrial Average, Amazon.com, and Apple. I could look at a host more, but I think these are the 3 important ones. I really wasn't planning on coming on at all tonight, except for the historic nature of what unveiled during the day. So that I felt compelled to come on and say a few words at least. Okay, so this is the Dow. we had like the huge green candle after a pretty nice tall red candle. There was a little gap down. And now that we have this huge green candle after that little gap down, and we dwarf the red candles, this is extremely bullish. I don't have to tell you how bullish this is, extremely bullish. So bullish that it looks to me like we're going to go test that 25,826 level, at least. So I mean, this is the beginning of a huge move. Will it go straight to up? No, I doubt it. I think we'll get some retest of support, maybe right around the middle of this green candle, to all the way down below that, even maybe even close to the bottom. But we will, I think this is a clear sign that the bulls have seized control of the market. And it's not only in the Dow, it's in the NASDAQ, it's in the S&P, all up about the same 5 or 6%. I think the NASDAQ was the best. Let me just close this. Okay. What else? So I drew the support lines right in here at 22, 300 and 21, 697, it looks like. Somewhere around there. So this is a support area right in here. New support. I mean, strong support. Again, I can't emphasize the strength of this candle. Like it's one like I've never seen before. And I'm not exactly 20. So let's take a look now at amazon.com. Okay, amazon.com. Amazon.com, I've been trading it. I traded it 3 times. I'm 2 for 3. I have a small, very tiny position in it now. I don't know if I'm going to trade it. I mean, I'd be tempted to trade it if it comes back up to the 1772 level, because it's had a tough time crossing it. It's got a double bottom here. It's got support going back right around this area. So if you're looking for the trade, then probably this is the right place. Also, the green candle here, let me lift this up a little bit, see a little bit better. The green candle here, all it does is match the red candle here. So it's not disproportionate like in the Dow. So even though this is extremely strong, we have a doji bottom, which makes sense, indecision here, followed by the bulls grabbing control right from the beginning of the day on to the end of the day. You gotta like the fact that it closed right at the top. It's not quite an engulfing, but it's close. So it has some nice characteristics about it. I mean, not from the candle of the day before, but from 2 days ago. It's an interesting chart. I'm not quite as excited about this as the general market, but Amazon will do fine. I mean, the bulls certainly grab control just like in the Dow. It's just that I want to see another green candle that goes past this red one before I'm totally jubilant. And the same, I guess, is true with the Dow. I think there could be some retests back here at 1410, something like that. Apple. I sold all my Apple. I wish I'd kept a little. Well, there's still time to buy more, I guess. This is a beautiful turnaround off a typical doji bottom. Not quite doji, a reverse hammer, whatever you want to call it. So this is a nice green candle here, showing a lot of strength off of a weakness the day before, even though we had weakness on the downside the day before. Because even though it was No, that's not true. Uh, I'm sorry, it's not true. But it is sort of small body, whereas the other days were all large red bodies. So to that extent, it was weaker than some of the previous days' candles. It's not. It's not at all weak in terms of the shadow, though, because it tried to go higher, failed, came down. So this is a somewhat weak candle. This is followed by a huge, strong candle today. Again, I drew an area of support that I think even if we go higher initially, we'll come back and test. So there we have it. Some new support at 150, 152, something like about half of the gain. Makes sense. Would I be a buyer of Apple now if I didn't reinvest the money in other places? I probably would be. To take fresh money out, maybe. I don't know. I got to think about it. For that, I'd have to probably consult with the boss, my wife. All right, honey, can I have some money to buy Apple? All right, so let's see here. What have we? We have a bullish scenario like we haven't seen in ages just happened out of the blue because one man said, buy the dip. I mean, for all we knew, maybe he meant Hellman's. I don't know what he meant, but it sure helped. I mean, it might have gone up 600 points anyway, but 1,100 points? I got to give the president some credit on this one. Buy the dip. Okay, so that's it for tonight. Please subscribe. Tell your friends about us. What else? Share the link. See ya. Shalom. Sayonara. Au revoir. Hasta mañana. I don't know. Anything else? Ciao. Arrivederci.